From the shimmering shores of ancient Phoenicia, a princess fled, carrying not only her royal blood but a desperate hope. Dido, exiled and alone, sought refuge on the North African coast, a land ripe for a new power to bloom. Arriving with her followers, she faced a local chieftain, a man whose offer of land would become the seed of an empire. His challenge: as much territory as a single ox hide could cover. But Dido was no ordinary supplicant. With a cunning born of necessity, she painstakingly sliced that hide into impossibly fine strips, then laid them out, encircling an entire vast hill. And so, from a single ox hide, a mighty city was born, Carthage. This was no mere settlement, but the genesis of a formidable Phoenician trading empire, a future rival to Rome itself, a testament to the power of ambition and a truly audacious idea. In the Roaring Twenties, a time of unprecedented change and simmering social tension, two Italian immigrants, Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti, found themselves at the heart of a storm. Accused of a daring payroll robbery and murder in South Braintree, Massachusetts, their trial became a lightning rod for controversy. The prosecution painted them as dangerous radicals, their immigrant status and anarchist leanings fueling suspicion. Despite questionable evidence and a jury seemingly swayed by prejudice, they were found guilty. The case dragged on for years, a desperate fight for justice that captivated the nation and ignited protests worldwide. Ultimately, their execution in 1927 became a tragic symbol of xenophobia and the struggle for civil liberties, a chilling reminder of how fear and prejudice can poison the pursuit of justice. In the heart of Cleveland, in the year 1887, two determined scientists embarked on a quest to understand the very fabric of the universe. For centuries, it was believed that light, like sound, needed a medium to travel. This hypothetical substance was called the luminiferous ether, a silent sea thought to fill all of space. Albert Michelson and Edward Morley devised an experiment of unprecedented precision, hoping to detect Earth's motion through this ethereal ocean. They predicted a measurable shift in the speed of light, a cosmic ripple effect. But what they found was nothing short of astonishing. Absolutely zero. The ether wind, the expected telltale sign, simply wasn't there. This baffling null result, this profound absence, would shake the foundations of physics and pave the way for a revolution in our understanding of space, time, and the universe itself, the dawning of relativity. Imagine a sound so subtle, yet so maddening. In the early 1990s, a strange phenomenon began to plague the quiet towns of New Mexico. A persistent, low-frequency hum, audible only to a select few, started to disrupt lives. For those who could hear it, the mysterious sound brought debilitating headaches and waves of nausea, turning their homes into prisons. Was this merely a localized anomaly, or something far more sinister? Scientists flocked to the region, their instruments whirring, searching for an earthly explanation, but the source remained elusive. The Taos Hum, as it came to be known, defied all attempts at scientific unraveling, leaving behind a chilling testament to the unexplained, a phantom whisper that still echoes in the collective consciousness. The summer of 1764. In the heart of rural France, a nightmare began to unfold. A young shepherdess, tending her flock, found herself face to face with a creature of unimaginable ferocity. Miraculously, she survived. But the terror was just beginning. Soon, another victim, a young girl, fell prey to the beast. Whispers turned to panicked shouts as attacks escalated, leaving villagers paralyzed with fear. This was no ordinary wolf, no common predator. It was something unknown, something deadly. Official hunts were organized. Even a royal decree was issued. Soldiers were dispatched, armed with silver bullets and traps, but the monster, or perhaps Nugman monsters, remained elusive. Over 100 souls would be claimed, their bodies brutally mutilated. Was it a single beast? Or something more sinister, a conspiracy hidden in the shadows? The killings of the beast of Gévaudan, though eventually hushed, remain one of history's most enigmatic and terrifying unsolved mysteries. The year is 1241. From the vastness of the east, a shadow falls across Eastern Europe. A Mongol horde, a force of unparalleled ferocity, had arrived, bringing with it a terror that chilled the very soul of Christendom. King Bela IV of Hungary, facing this apocalyptic threat, marshaled his nation's might. His army, though valiant, stood ready on the banks of the river Sacco, a desperate gambit to stem the tide. But the Mongols were masters of deception. Under the cloak of darkness, they launched a surprise assault, their engineers working with terrifying speed to secure a bridgehead. Then, a devastating cavalry encirclement, a whirlwind of steel and thunder, crushed the Hungarian defenses. The victory was absolute, a brutal testament to Mongol military genius. Europe, for a fleeting moment, stood utterly stunned, the unthinkable having become a terrifying reality. Imagine a river swollen with relentless rain, transforming from a life-giving artery into a monstrous force. In the spring of 1927, that nightmare became a reality. The mighty Mississippi, pushed beyond its breaking point, unleashed a catastrophe of unprecedented scale. For weeks, its waters devoured the land, swallowing 27,000 square miles, an area larger than the state of West Virginia. Over 700,000 people were displaced, their homes, their livelihoods, simply washed away. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, in a desperate attempt to save the city of New Orleans, dynamited levees further upstream, sacrificing rural communities to protect urban centers. This devastating flood exposed the nation's vulnerability and ultimately led to a sweeping overhaul of flood control policy, shaping the landscape and the way America interacts with its most powerful river for generations to come. For centuries, Ireland had chafed under English rule, a simmering resentment that would finally erupt in a blaze of rebellion. In 1798, inspired by the revolution sweeping across America and France, a coalition of Irish Catholics and Protestants, known as the United Irishmen, rose up. They dreamed of an independent, secular republic, free from the shackles of religious and foreign oppression. Their fight was brutal and bloody, marked by fierce battles and devastating reprisals. At Vinegar Hill, thousands perished in a desperate last stand. Though ultimately crushed, the 1798 rebellion left an indelible scar on the Irish landscape and ignited a flame of nationalism that would burn for generations, shaping the very future of Ireland and its relationship with Britain.